Today, we've got an important topic to talk about, one that could seriously impact your shopping list. If you've been noticing some strange gaps on the shelves at your local Walmart, or heard whispers about certain food items being harder to find, you're not alone. Supply chain disruptions, inventory shifts, and rising demand have put a spotlight on specific products that may soon disappear from stores entirely. From pantry essentials to quick snacks, we're breaking down the list of 7 key Walmart food items that you'll want to stock up on before they're gone for good. Trust us, these are products you don't want to wait on because they might be off the shelves by next month. Stick around and we'll explore why these items are vanishing, how long they might be unavailable, and what you can do to prepare. If you're ready to stay ahead and keep your pantry fully stocked, then you're in the right place. Let's get started. Here's one staple snack you don't want to overlook when stocking up your pantry: nut-based protein bars. These little power-packed bars are a lifesaver, whether you're tackling a busy day, preparing for emergencies, or just need a quick post-workout boost. But heads up, the supply chain for these handy snacks is under serious pressure right now. If you're not careful, they could disappear from shelves before you even get a chance to snag a box. Here's why. First off, almonds, peanuts, and cashews are the superstars behind most nut-based bars. But getting your hands on these raw ingredients has gotten much harder. California, where a lot of nuts are grown, has been hit hard by water restrictions and ongoing droughts. This has forced some farmers to either cut down on their crops or swap to growing something else entirely. Meanwhile, nuts imported from overseas are facing long shipping delays and regulatory hurdles that are driving up costs and slowing down their arrival. This double whammy means fewer nuts are making it into your favorite snack bars. And it's not just supply issues causing concerns. Protein bars are becoming crazy popular as people ditch candy bars for healthier options. Everyone's fighting over the same limited supply, especially when it comes to those fancy organic allergen-free options. Haven't you noticed how quickly those disappear off shelves? When shipments don't arrive on time, production slows down, and manufacturers are left scrambling. Sometimes this leads to smaller bar sizes, recipe changes, or even temporary flavor shortages. If you want to avoid missing out, here's your game plan. Stock up the next time you hit Walmart. These bars have a great shelf life, but the secret is storing them properly. Keep them in a cool, dry pantry and rotate through your supply by eating the older ones first. And don't leave them in a hot car or anywhere humid. That heat can make the oils and nuts go rancid. It's also smart to try a few different brands now. Why? Because if your favorite goes out of stock, you'll already know which backup bars you can enjoy. Oh, and keep an eye on labels. When nut prices spike, some companies sneak in cheaper ingredients or more sugar, so check for any recipe changes. Point 2. Stock up on canned fruit now. Alright, listen up. Canned fruit is one of those pantry staples we all love for quick desserts, baking, or even just a sweet snack. But here's the deal. This may surprise you, but canned fruit isn't as easy to find as it used to be, and soon it could vanish from Walmart shelves if you don't act fast. Here's why. When hurricanes hit coastal states or unpredictable storms sweep through tropical regions, this doesn't just affect fresh fruit. It's also a major problem for canned fruit. Why? Because a lot of those peaches, pineapples, and pears that end up in a can come from the same farms growing the fresh stuff. If severe weather damages crops or delays harvests, the entire production chain slows down. And to make it worse, those processing facilities that peel, slice, and can the fruit, they run on super tight schedules to preserve quality and stay food safe. If they don't get fruit on time, it's a disaster. Here's the kicker. Walmart typically stocks a huge variety of affordable canned fruit options, from budget-friendly store brands to tasty name brand options like fruit cocktails and mandarin oranges. These are household favorites because they last forever in your pantry, but the moment there's a hiccup in supply, shelves start clearing out. Shipping routes close because of storms or labor disputes at ports. Forget it. Those cans of fruit aren't getting to stores anytime soon. And get this, when fresh fruit prices spike, people turn to canned fruit as a backup. That means affordable options, like Walmart's own brand, get snapped up fast. On top of that, imported products like pineapple could get delayed or even disappear if shipping delays or trade changes happen. It's a perfect storm for a canned fruit shortage. Here's what you need to do. The next time you're at Walmart and spot canned fruit on sale, grab a little extra. It lasts for ages and you'll thank yourself when shelves look bare next month. A quick tip, check for dented or bulging cans because damaged packaging can spoil the fruit. And here's a pro hack for healthier eating, rinse the fruit to cut down on added sugar. Point 3. Specialty cheeses are disappearing faster than you think. All right, cheese lovers, this one's for you. If you're a fan of those creamy, melty, fancy cheeses like Gouda, Brie, or those artisanal blends that make your charcuterie board shine, I've got some news for you. Specialty cheeses at Walmart? They're getting harder to find, and you don't want to miss out. Here's what's happening. While the typical block cheese or bags of shredded cheese might still be in good supply, those boutique options in the gourmet section are facing some serious hurdles. For starters, changes to European export rules and evolving trade deals with the US are slowing down the flow of imported flavors we all love. That means the Gouda or triple cream brie you used to grab without a second thought might not make it onto the next shipment. But things aren't much easier for domestic cheese producers. Local creameries that make those amazing artisanal varieties are struggling too. Rising feed prices for dairy cows and a labor shortage are making it harder to produce these specialty products. And unlike your regular cheese, these varieties need extra care. They rely on delicate processes like proper aging, precise packaging, and temperature-controlled storage. If something goes wrong, production gets cut fast. And here's another problem you probably didn't think of. Even the packaging for these cheeses, like wax coatings or the special papers they're wrapped in, is becoming harder to source. Add in delays to refrigerated shipments or inspections at ports, and it's no wonder some of these cheeses aren't reaching Walmart's shelves as often. Food trends are already spotting it. Fewer varieties, smaller shipments, and higher price tags. Cheese lovers are snapping them up the moment they hit stores, so if you want your favorites, don't wait. Buy them now and store them carefully. Pro tip here, some cheeses freeze better than others. If you pick up a harder cheese like an aged Gouda or Parmesan, you can freeze it without much change in quality. Softer cheeses like Brie, they might lose a bit of their texture, but they'll still work in a pinch for cooking. Always keep them sealed and stored at the right temperature. If you love brightening up your pasta dishes, grilled sandwiches, or just indulging in a slice of something savory, grab your favorite fancy cheeses while you still can. Trust me, you'll thank yourself later. Point 4. Frozen veggies might be the next big shortage. If you rely on frozen veggies to whip up quick, healthy meals, listen up. Those trusty bags of broccoli, spinach, and mixed vegetables in Walmart's freezer aisle might not be as easy to grab in the coming weeks. There's a whole series of challenges brewing behind the scenes, and you don't want to be caught off guard. Here's the scoop. Early 2025 has been brutal for farmers growing the fresh produce that ends up in your favorite frozen veggie blends. Unseasonable storms slammed California's agricultural zones, while sudden temperature swings hit the Midwest hard. These extreme weather events have wiped out crops and seriously reduced yields for vegetables like broccoli, spinach, and other staples. And while frozen veggies might seem like the hassle-free option, their production relies on perfect timing. Farmers need to harvest the produce, transport it fast, and flash freeze it to lock in that flavor and nutrition we love. If there's even a small delay along the way, it throws everything off. And here's the kicker. When floods or frosts wipe out entire fields, processing plants end up running below capacity. That means fewer veggies get frozen, bagged, and shipped off to Walmart and other big retailers. Social media posts have already caught on to this, showing half-empty freezers in some stores. It's no wonder people are snatching up frozen veggies as backups, especially when fresh produce prices jump. But wait, there's more. Even the storage and shipping for frozen vegetables isn't immune to issues. Cold storage facilities, those massive refrigerated warehouses, are dealing with labor shortages and rising energy costs. If these facilities can't run efficiently, delays snowball, and fewer frozen veggies make it to your store. Some states are even encouraging greenhouse growers to step in, but it'll take a while for those smaller-scale operations to meet the demand. Here's what you can do to stay ahead of this. Next time you're at Walmart, grab an extra bag or two of frozen veggies. Cauliflower, peas, carrots, and mixed medleys are all great options, and they store beautifully. If one variety is out of stock, keep a mix of others on hand to avoid last-minute panic. Frozen veggies are a lifesaver for busy nights or when fresh alternatives aren't around. Stock up now because once these shelves start clearing, they'll be gone in a flash. Point 5. Cereal is facing serious challenges. All right, cereal lovers, this one's for you. Think about your favorite breakfast or go-to midnight snack. Whether it's a sugary treat for the kids or your favorite high-fiber option, cereal has been a pantry staple for generations. But guess what? It might not be as easy to find in Walmart's aisles soon, so you'll want to stock up before it's too late. Here's why cereal could be the next big shortage. The recent wild weather is wreaking havoc on grain production. Flooding in the central U.S. and droughts hitting parts of Canada have severely impacted the crops we rely on for wheat, corn, and oats. These ingredients are the foundation of most cereals, and when their supply dips, the entire production process goes into panic mode. But that's not all. Many cereals also use added ingredients like nuts, dried fruit, and sweeteners. These depend on harvests and supply chains running smoothly, so when disruptions happen along the way, cereal production slows, and fewer boxes make it to stores. And don't think this isn't affecting major cereal brands. Food industry trends are showing that even leading manufacturers are cutting back. Instead of offering a dozen varieties, they're scaling down to just the best sellers to simplify operations. On top of that, fortified cereals, which most of us buy for the added vitamins and minerals, are facing a unique challenge. Many of these nutrients are imported and shipped overseas, so shipping delays and customs inspection backlogs are creating serious bottlenecks. Without those additives, manufacturers can't legally label the cereal as fortified, causing even more delays as they work around these issues. Meanwhile, demand is through the roof. With more people eating at home, cereal isn't just for breakfast anymore. Families are grabbing boxes for quick snacks or easy late-night meals, and Walmart shelves are thinning out fast. When demand spikes like that, you've got competition every time you grab a cart. Here's the game plan. Find your family's must-have cereals and pick up a couple of extra boxes while you can. If you rely on specialty or gluten-free cereals, you'll want to act even quicker, since those options are often in shorter supply. Just make sure to store them in a cool, dry place, and keep the boxes sealed tight to avoid humidity or pests. Rotate older boxes to the front, so you're always eating the freshest stock first. Point 6. Ready-made soups are flying off shelves. Okay, who doesn't love a meal you can just heat and eat? Canned and boxed soups are lifesavers. They're easy, versatile, and have a long shelf life, making them a no-brainer for busy families and anyone looking to stock their pantry with convenience. But here's the catch, folks. Ready-made soups are facing some serious challenges, and we need to talk about it before Walmart shelves start looking empty. Here's the situation. These soups may seem simple, but they rely on a surprising range of ingredients like vegetables, meats, grains, and seasonings. If even one of those goes out of stock, the entire production process slows to a crawl. Take chicken noodle soup, for example. The chicken, noodles, and carrots all have to come together at just the right time. If there's a hiccup in sourcing even one of those, the soup never makes it to the can, the box, or your shopping cart. Right now, that's exactly what's happening. Early 2025 has been tough, especially for poultry suppliers. Avian flu outbreaks have seriously limited chicken production, while drought conditions have impacted the grains used for rice and noodles. That's causing ripple effects across the board. Producers are focusing on their top seller flavors like chicken noodle and tomato, while cutting out some of the niche varieties. This means fewer choices and an even tighter supply of all your favorites. And don't think staffing issues or equipment breakdowns haven't played a role. Most soup producers function on a just-in-time production model. That means ingredients show up just as they're needed, leaving no room for delays. If a shipment of fresh veggies doesn't arrive on time, the entire line grinds to a halt. And guess what? That delay translates to soup not being restocked on the shelves when you need it most. Convenience is king, which is why soups are flying off the shelves quicker than you'd think. People love their versatility. Whether you're enjoying it as a hearty meal, stretching it with extra water during emergencies, or grabbing it as a quick snack, soup is a pantry MVP. Here's your game plan. Stock up now and don't just grab one type. Mix it up. Creamy soups, broths, hearty stews, veggie-based varieties. Having a selection prevents flavor fatigue. Remember to rotate your supply, using the older ones before opening the new, and check those cans for dents or rust to keep your stash in top shape. Point 7. Instant potatoes are about to disappear. Alright, hear me out. Instant potatoes might not seem like the flashiest item on your shopping list, but trust me, they're about to become a must-have. These lightweight, shelf-stable potato flakes are a dream for busy families, preppers, or even anyone who loves whipping up a quick comfort meal. All you need is some hot water or milk, and you've got creamy, mashed potatoes in minutes. But here's the thing. They might not be on Walmart shelves much longer if current trends keep up. Why, you ask? Well, potato farming has had a rough ride in recent seasons. Farmers in northern states have faced all kinds of weather drama. Too much rain one year, followed by sudden droughts the next. These rapid shifts kill consistency in yields, which is crucial to producing the high-quality spuds that the dehydration process demands. And it's not just about growing the potatoes. They need to meet strict standards during delivery. If they have too much moisture or show signs of disease, the whole production pipeline slows down, leading to fewer instant potato packs, making it to your local Walmart. And once those shelves start to empty, good luck grabbing one. Budget-conscious shoppers love these as an easy alternative when fresh potato prices climb, and instant potatoes are already a prepping favorite because they store so well. Plus, with restaurants and food service providers also relying on instant products when fresh supplies fall short, competition for these pantry staples keeps climbing. One hiccup in shipping, like driver shortages or backed-up distribution centers, suddenly you're staring at an empty shelf where those potato flakes used to be. Here's the move. If instant potatoes are one of your staples, don't wait for the stock to dwindle. Start grabbing an extra pouch or box every time you shop. And here's a tip. Once you open the package, transfer those flakes into an airtight container to protect them from moisture. That's their number one enemy. You can even get creative. Add cheese, butter, or leftover canned meats to turn these mashed potatoes into a hearty, stick-to-your-ribs kind of meal. The bottom line? Instant potatoes may not seem glamorous, but when the fresh stuff is either too pricey or unavailable, you're going to wish you stocked up. Don't wait until it's too late. Grab them now before they're clean out of sight. And there you have it, folks. 7 Walmart staples that might be harder to find sooner than you think. The truth is, America's food supply system faces a storm of challenges. Unpredictable weather patterns, labor shortages, and shipping delays are all piling up to create scattered shortages and rising costs. But here's the good news. You can stay ahead of the curve by planning smartly and acting early. It's not about panic buying or wiping out the shelves. Instead, think of it as building your own safety net. A box of cereal here, a couple of cans of soup there. Small, consistent purchases can help you avoid last-minute stress. Pay attention to signs like half-stock shelves or sudden price hikes. These are red flags, so when you see them, grab an extra pack of your go-to staples without hesitation. And remember, these foods are pantry heroes. They're versatile, convenient, and can fill in for quick meals, hearty dinners, or even snacks when fresh options are either unavailable or too expensive. Whether you're a casual shopper or a serious prepper, the key is spreading out your purchases and storing them properly to keep your supply fresh. To stay ahead, keep an eye on local store flyers, visit multiple Walmart locations if needed, and experiment with shelf-stable recipes that work for your family. The goal is simple. Stock up in a sensible, steady way without clearing out the shelves for others. Empty shelves might be frustrating, but with a bit of preparation, you don't have to be caught off guard. Stay smart, stay alert, and start stocking up before these must-have items are gone for good.